Abdurrahman from 2 to start with a pretty late night, almost midnight, 23:56 weigh-in update. Friday the 20th of June 2025. So I weighed in this morning expecting to be up on the scale. I was up 1 pound. So yesterday I weighed in 206.5, today 207.5. Why? Well, I was just having a regular high carb, low fat meal. I remember I've been telling you that was coming. I had dinner with my parents. We had rice, prawns, and peas. I think the prawns might have been cooked in a little bit of olive oil, but not very much, because Mum's following this kind of diet with me too. I think it's the rice. I'm going to do a post about that tomorrow. Why the scale shifts when you do this. I think if you really want to be safe, you should be mono mealing, if that's a word. But basically, rice and vegetables would have been better, and probably the scale would stay the same. I think it's when you mix protein and carbs in, and if you've got excess body fat, which I unfortunately do, the scale can jump up. But it's a 1 pound jump. But I just went out to dinner with my good old friend and just had a regular curry evening. So poppadoms and a starter of meats and a curry and a couple of glasses of pop, as you Americans like to call it. So almost certainly the scale is going up tomorrow. But let's see what happens. Is tomorrow, what are we looking? 1 pound, 3 pounds? I don't know. Let's see. And then I'll do a bit of analysis and a longer post after the weigh-in, or a longer video as to why this is sort of happening, what's the physiological stuff that's going on. But you know what's become such a beautiful thing? I'm not worried about it. You have life. Let's live life. There's no problem. I'm enjoying life. I would always go out with my friend. So I'm going to do that every day of the week. And who wants to be a complete killjoy and not eat and enjoy yourself? So, but the great thing is now, what do I do tomorrow? I just go on strict sugar fast. So tomorrow I'll be closer to juices. I'll try and have some apple juice. I'll keep my volume of fruit down. I'll make sure my last evening meal is as early as I can make it. And I will tackle this, and I'll do as many days as I need to knock the scale back down. So this is sugar fasting for you, Habibi. This is the way we do it. I'm really liking this style of life. I was talking with Mum today. It's just a really good way to live. There's no fear around these things. You go out to dinner because you've got a life. You don't have to be a complete, strict person like with keto, which is completely impossible to follow, impossible to be social. You really are a spoil sport when you're keto. Fasting is hard work, water fasting, especially if you string multiple days together. And dry fasting, as every Muslim knows, is tough, especially if you fast for the whole month, like with Ramadan. And it's not necessarily a good way of losing weight, especially during Ramadan as a Muslim, because you eat and you've got family and you've got other obligations, and the purpose is not for weight loss. The purpose is for spirituality and obeying your religion and following your religion. So it's not really a sort of a health fasting protocol. Calorie counting, what a pain. Who wants to calorie count all the time? It's a disaster, and I can't be asked, pardon my French, I can't be bothered with calorie counting. I don't know many people that can. Also, if you're a family man and you have a wife who kindly cooks for you or things like that, you don't want to be that guy who's like, please measure my food, and that's not my style. So this sugar fasting and this high carb, low fat is just perfect, because I know now that inshallah, if the scale is up tomorrow, I know exactly what I do. I'll strict sugar fast, and it'll take me 1, 2, 3 days, and I'll be exactly where I was before, which is a really nice place to be. And I think as you get better and better at this fasting, and you get closer and closer to your goal weight, and then you're in your kind of goal range, what I'm going to do is give myself a buffer. What's my lower end? What's my upper end? Every time the scale starts creeping up to the upper end, good, throw in some proper sugar fast days. But otherwise, you can just eat eat fruits and during the day, which is a really nice way to do things. And then in the evening, have a high carb, low fat meal, and just do that all the time. Occasionally, you go out with your friends. Okay, boom, the scale's going to go up. You'll go over your upper threshold. Fine, who cares? Next day, get on your sugar fast. Boom. It's just a very sustainable, very nice way of doing things, and the taste buds are changing. Like I now, if I go through a supermarket or you're in a petrol station, gas station, for the Americans, and you see the sort of, the chocolates and the Snickers, I don't really want them. And if I do want something, naughty, because I want to go off a little bit, then I just go, okay, let me get some gummy bears or some nice halal, candies, because I know that they don't do anything but sort of enhance or support the diet, and they're certainly not going to get me to lose weight, because in the absence of fat, you get ripped with sugar. Sugar is great. It's just when combined with fat. And I also know, and I've got really a much better understanding. I know the scale will be up tomorrow. I'd be very, very surprised if it isn't. Why will it be up tomorrow? Because this is the perfect sort of storm. Is it metabolically? I'm not sure that's the right phrase, but it's the perfect storm diet-wise, when you combine the carbohydrates, which are in rice, you combine the fats, which are in in everything, that's cooked in ghee or oil. It tastes delicious, of course, because the fats do taste nice, and we're very satiated when you have them. But it's the perfect storm. It's going to equal the fat. And I will go up in weight tomorrow. I'd be very surprised if I don't. And you feel a bit sort of heavy. I mean, I feel heavy and a bit tired, and I think my face might be a little bloated even from now, which is just the fats. Whereas with our sugar and with the fruits and with carbs, in the absence of protein, it seems, but I'll talk about that tomorrow. But carbs and sugar, you feel good, you feel light, you feel fast, you feel energetic, you don't feel sleepy. I certainly don't, and it's just a really good way of eating. So, longer update than normal. Today was up a pound. Tomorrow's going to be up, what do you reckon, 1 or 3 pounds? I don't know. So it's kind of wrong maybe for me to say, sugar, 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 get ripped, Habibi. But if I'm not getting ripped tomorrow, then the next day I'll be getting ripped, inshallah. So Abdurrahman out. Sugar, 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 get ripped, Habibi.